Hello, this is Slow Rider coming at you live from the cold Northern California Sierra foothills at 2,500 feet. So it's gets on the 20s Fahrenheit at night. So I got the fireplace here warming up. Oh, it feels good, man, that heat on my face. And it keeps the bike warm. So I just got home and you see it's daylight savings time, so it's dark. It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So what I want to do is give the review and the mods and the maintenance history for the 2025 ZX10R KRT ABS. So it's a 1000cc bike. It's the R version, and the KRT is the Kawasaki Racing Team. And the ABS just means it has anti-lock brakes. And so this bike has the full IMU, up-down shifter, quick shifter, full electronics package, fully tunable. So I got it tuned in. I ride it around in race mode. And it's got about 205 horsepower, I think is what they say. So it rips, and it's easy to ride. And the quick shifter is really smooth, and I love it. And the up and the downshift blip is really nice. So for the maintenance, of course, I had it done at the dealership, the first one, the 500. It was just an oil change and a checkout. I think that was like a few $100. And then recently I did the 7,500 mile oil change. I bought a case of Kawasaki full synthetic 10W40 and I put 4 quarts in here. The manual says 3.7, but that looked a little low, so I just put the 4 in. It's been fine to keep it easy. So no problems. I took this bike down to Scottsdale, Arizona for the summer for 3 months when it was like 115, 120 every day. Rode it every day, no problem. It never overheated. This bike, it handles the heat, and now it's handling the cold. So the mods, let's go over the mods. So I had no problem. So in 8,000 miles, it starts up and everything. So the first mod I did is I put a cable on the battery so I can plug under here. You pop this off, and I can put a battery trickle charger if you need be, but I never need to use it. You just never know. In case you leave your key on or something, you can just, because the battery's a bit, it's a pain in the butt. It's way in there, and the terminals are hard to get to. So I'd recommend that just for convenience. The biggest safety mod is the mirrors. I put the nice bar and mirrors on it. So what's nice about that is the factory mirrors are here, so you can't see past your, here if they're out on the bars, you can actually look forward. I can see the back of the bike. So I have a full 300 and almost a 360 degree view just without even moving my head. I do always check my mirrors, but before I turn, I always of course change lanes. I look physically, I turn my head, but it's a nice safety thing. And then the next thing I did put the mirrors on here to get the downforce. So suppose if you're going 100 miles an hour, you get 8 pounds of downforce. So these are the Rizomi mirrors. But I don't use them as mirrors, I just use them as downforce. So I adjust these, but I usually keep them here. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna create more drag, of course, but since we're not MotoGP and we don't care, we just want the downforce. And that's the whole key with these street mods is since you're not gonna probably hit the top speed of your vehicle, you want the more downforce so you have the traction around the corners. So if you have a vehicle that's overpowered like this one, you just power through the drag. So you're trading drag for downforce, which is, it's gonna give you more contact patch and just be safer. And since we're talking about contact patch, I did put Road 6s on the back and on the front. I call these my snow tires, but they're really rain tires. I've ridden this in the rain. Last week it was raining here pretty heavily, and I looked down and I was going 105 miles an hour in the rain. And it was raining pretty hard, and these tires, they're nice. I wouldn't recommend it, but I slowed down to 80, but well, for rain tires, they're really good. So it's the Michelin Road 6 front and back. And those, the tires it came with, I forget, whatever the factory tires, they lasted about, I think they lasted like 6,000 miles. And these tires I showed you, they say you get 11,000 out of them. So the next mod I did, okay, so it's the mirrors, the spoilers in the front, and I did put this, what is it, PUIG seat cover on the back. The one that comes with it is flat, and it's a seat. But this one looks more MotoGP. I like it. You're sitting in the pocket here, so it just looks nice. It's shiny black, and it's got the matching green kind of shark fin here, and that's pretty easy. It just comes right off with the key. Obviously, it's nice. It just fits that way from the factory. You know, it just pops right off. Of course, it's not going to want to come up there. So it just pops off, and then it pops back on. There's a snap to it, and then it's just back on. Yeah, I think it's on. And then, so I like that. I just like that for looks, and since I took off the rear foot pegs here. So the next mod I did, this might be hard to see, but I did the side downforce Pugue winglets. I put the addition, because this has the winglets built in, and these are additional winglets. So I don't know if you can see that. We will move this over here real quickly. We'll bring you over there. Let's see. So these are the winglets on both sides. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then the other mod I did is I put the front brake coolers on to give it that MotoGP look, and those are nice. So these are the Pugue brake coolers. And then I think that's pretty much it for the mods. I didn't do any performance mods. So, but I did, I didn't want to mess up the tune or anything like that, so I didn't do any retuning, because this thing runs so smooth. And the thing I did is I blacked out I took this off and I sprayed Plasti Dip on the inside, so you get a nice black. You got a nice black on black look to it. So this is the factory windshield. So I took this off. There's 6 screws. You take that off, and then you just Plasti Dip the inside, and that actually in the daytime makes it easier to see the readouts, because I never ride with my head down at like 186 miles an hour. I mean, I'm on the freeway, so I never really put my head that low. So yeah, this is just blacked out completely. So I'm not going to do the muffler, and I'm not going to do the rear tail mod either, but I did do the turn signals, of course, and I got rid of the factory mirror. So these are the turn signals here. So it's a very reliable bike. I love it. I ride it every day. Like I said, I got about a 100-mile commute in it. Really, it runs really good. So this bike it's built for freeway, for the mean streets of the freeway, and it's got the cool. It just looks mean and cool. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I can't turn the headlights on, but it's got that center light in the middle, but it looks really cool. I love it. So that's it. I'm happy with it. 8,000 miles, no problems. And those are the mods. All right, Slow Editor out.